Today I'm going to take you along as I cook for my family of 9, well, one doesn't really eat yet, and give you some ideas for cozy winter cooking. This morning for breakfast, I made one of my favorite go-to meals, a Dutch baby pancake. Some people also call this a German pancake. I like to make a sourdough version, so the night before I feed my sourdough starter, which I just keep out here on my counter, and by morning it's nice and bubbly. I put one of my cast iron skillets into the oven and preheat it to 425 degrees. I actually put 2 in my oven because I knew that one of these wouldn't quite feed our family. Next, I combine for one recipe 6 eggs, 2 cups of sourdough starter, third of a cup of milk, a couple tablespoons honey, some vanilla, a half a teaspoon of salt, and then just whisk it together. To the hot skillet, I add 6 tablespoons of butter, allow that to melt, and then pour the batter into that. Put it into the oven and allow it to bake. Now, that is a really fast, easy meal. Once you have the recipe memorized, it's just something that you can get going really quickly before you're even out of your pajamas. Get it in the oven, then while you're doing other things around the house with the kids, it can be baking. It bakes for about 15 to 20 minutes. We like to serve ours with butter and syrup. Today, we whipped up some cream and served it with canned pears and date syrup and a little bit of pumpkin spice. For lunch, I made some of my gnocchi. I like to make this with einkorn flour. Today I actually didn't have any. Actually, I found some in the pantry later, so I did have some, but I did not know that. So for today's recipe, I just did 4 large russet potatoes. I actually baked them yesterday in anticipation of making this meal today. I had the oven going for something else, and so it just made sense to throw some potatoes in there. All I had to do was peel them, mash them. I added in 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and some salt. So really basic recipe. And I just kneaded that up with my hands. and then divided it into about 8-ish parts, roll them into long worms, as my son calls them.
You want to make a worm?
Make a worm with yours, and that's how you make this.
I want to make a big worm, that Mommy.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm making a big worm. Hello.
No, Mommy's gonna cook this. I gotta cook these now, okay? They're like, kind of like noodles. Here we go. We're gonna drop it in. And then just cut them in pieces and boil them in some heavily salted water for about 5 minutes or so. And then I finally diced some butternut squash and onion and cooked that in a little bit of butter. In another skillet, I browned up some sausage. I did 2 pounds for our family. Just combined all of these things together, the sausage, the vegetables. I added in some chopped kale, the gnocchi. I topped it with a little bit of olive oil, salt to taste. I also grabbed some sage that I dried from the garden, as well as some shaved Parmesan cheese. I want to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Thrive Market. If you've been following along, you have heard me go on and on about Thrive Market. I've been a member for many years now, long before I had a YouTube channel. I love Thrive Market because I can get things on there that I sometimes can't find locally, like my einkorn flour that I had a nice stash of and forgot that I actually had it and where I'd put it. They also have things like einkorn pasta, seasonings like my everything bagel seasoning that I love to get. Recently, I also picked up some roasted tomatoes. They were in a little jar of roasted tomatoes from them, and they are the best on pizza. So that's something that's going to be a regular thing I purchase there. I love that Thrive Market allows you to search by your dietary preference. So if you're vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, you can just opt to search by that so that only those results are filtered for you to purchase. The groceries are delivered right to your door, and it's free shipping when you order over $49, which is super simple for me to reach, especially with my size family. Thrive Market offers 2 membership options. You can either pay for the year, which ends up being cheaper month to month, or you can just pay a much smaller monthly fee in order to check it out and see if it works for you. Thrive Market is offering a special offer in December, 30% off your first order plus a free gift by using my link, thrivemarket.com/farmasambun. It'll also be linked in the description box below. Last night, I got going some of my sourdough French bread, which it's a really easy recipe. If you're intimidated by the artisan style with the stretching and folding and, adding this number of grams and waiting this amount of time, which in all honesty, that does get really easy once you've done it a lot. But I can see why it would sound intimidating, more intimidating than just add these ingredients to the mixer, knead it up, and let it sit out overnight, which is what this recipe is. So if you're intimidated by sourdough, you can try this. So to a mixer, I don't have any footage of this, I did a cup of sourdough starter, 4 cups of flour, 1 1/4 cups of water, a tablespoon of honey, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I just kneaded it in my stand mixer with the dough hook for about 5 minutes or until the dough was really stretchy. Put it in a bowl overnight, and then it just rose all night long. Today it was super bubbly and big. I punched it down, I divided it into 2 equal parts, rolled it flat and shaped it, and then just put it in a 9x13 to rise a little bit longer. And then before dinner tonight, I will just bake it at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. So it's just a really easy, low maintenance type of bread. I'm going to make a cheesy chicken corn chowder. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what I'm gonna add. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I'll take you along as I make it this evening for dinner. All right, I'm going to start this chowder by spatchcocking this chicken. This is where you basically flatten it out. This one was frozen. I just put it in last night, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna do it the best I can because I love the way these cook. So much faster and more even. You basically, it's just like cooking a normal chicken, only you kind of, I'm not doing this gracefully. You crack it down the underside so that it flattens out. And then instead of having parts in the inside that aren't done and the outside's overdone, it's all cooked evenly and I love it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil and salt on this and get it in the oven while I prepare the other parts of my soup. Okay, next I'm gonna get some bacon going. Now I'm not even gonna wash my skillet from lunch. This is something that I get questions a lot about. This is the time when I would definitely not wash because we're just going from one meal to the next. No need. Plus there's a little bit of fat on my skillet already, which is good for it. It helps, you know, stuff not to stick and all of that. So it's not a moment where I would even want to remove that. I just use it straight into the next meal. I'm just gonna add some salt to taste. When the chicken's done, I will add the chicken. I'm gonna add some cheese, a little bit of cream, parsley. I'm also gonna top it with bacon. And I think that'll be it for this corn chowder. My family is going to love it. Right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I gave you some cozy winter mealtime inspiration. You can try some of these in your own kitchen. I'm sure your family will love them. As always, if you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit like if you liked this video. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by our farmhouse.